The shadow side of the Leo man. Well, first and foremost, everyone knows Leos love attention, but a Leo on the shadow side will do anything for attention. So even if it's negative attention, they want to walk into a room screaming and shouting just to be heard. Like it can kind of get embarrassing. The way that they dress, everything just has to be calling attention. They'll wear a lot of jewelry, brightly colored clothes, just anything they can do to be seen. They'll spend their last. They won't pay their rent, like in order to buy a nice outfit to go to a party. That's very Leo. They'll offer people drinks, spend all their money, and then they don't have money for rent. They're known to like credit money from people all the time, in order to keep up the facade of being the rich friend. They're just always living it up without realizing that that's not always the best way to live your life. It's not sustainable. They love having friends around. So my issue with that, honestly, people think that that's always a good thing. Of course, no man is an island, but if you think about it, if you have no time to yourself, what is it that you're running away from? If you cannot sit down with your own thoughts and you constantly have to be around other people at parties and stuff, then it shows that maybe you have some emotional things that you need to deal with, that you can't just cover up with linking up with friends and all those things. On the shadow side, Leo guys can also be very irresponsible. So this goes along with their views on having children and stuff like that. So they are known to, shadow-sided Leo males are known to have children with 4, 5, 6, 7 different ladies, or just have a lot of children in general. They're not necessarily the types to respect marriage vows either, so they're known cheats. They have the sense of entitlement. The world is their oyster. They can get away with anything. That's typical Leo. They're very, very arrogant. They're the animal that represents their sign is king of the jungle. So that's how they feel that they are. They feel like they're the supreme being. They're very arrogant. You know what I mean? They don't think other people around them should even have an opinion because they're not as smart as they are. It could be somebody who doesn't even have higher education, but having Leo as your sun sign, or maybe moon sign, perhaps, it makes this person feel like the world is theirs, pretty much. Honestly, that's just how it goes. Therefore, they're not the types to be humble about anything that they have. They want you to see their watch. They want you to see the expensive shoes. And even if you don't say anything, they're going to tell you. They love hosting parties. So let's say a Leo is hosting a party. They have to tell you how expensive the TV is. They're always bragging. That's so everybody knows shadow-sided Leos are constantly bragging where they've been, what they have, who they know. It's all about impressing other people. That's their goal. As long as you meet a shadow-sided Leo, their goal upon meeting you is to sell to you how amazing they are. And usually it's always like on a materialistic level. They could also lack proper decorum in the workplace or just in public in general. I think it all ties back to them having this craving for attention to be solely on them. So they'll walk into a room cursing or playing music loudly or just doing something where they know that eyes are going to be on them. They want eyes to always be on them. So this can kind of make them a jealous friend in a way too, because if they're like within a group of friends and they notice that somebody else is getting more attention than they are, they'll say, oh, we should leave, or this party isn't that fun, or I'm never hanging out with her again, that sort of thing, because they just want it to be all about them, which is crazy. To me, the shadow side of that is the fact that if you really just feed them with compliments, you're constantly validating Leos. You can basically manipulate them. So that's the shadow side to me. That if all somebody's requiring is praise and stuff from somebody, then it shows that it's actually coming from a place of low self-esteem. Do you know what I mean? If you don't believe in yourself and you constantly need to be validated by others, like my shoes are cool, right? Yeah, so they're just shoes. Relax. So besides all the money that they spend partying or buying clothes to party or hosting parties, they can also be drunks, you know? If you go to a party and you have a drink, it's like, I don't know, from what I hear, you develop a tolerance, you know what I mean? And I found that a lot of Leos on the shadow side, alcohol is their drug of choice because they're social beings, you know? So it becomes a habit, and that's something that Leos need to watch. The alcohol consumption, definitely. It's easy to get sucked in by that if you're the life of the party, which a lot of them are. Also be compulsive liars. It's like second nature to Leos in a way. It's all about seeming bigger, seeming better. So they'll lie about how much they earn at their job. They'll lie about the vehicles they have at home. They'll lie about places that they've been. Lie. That's Leo for you. So sometimes it's a good thing because it actually opens doors for them because they know how to talk. But once people find out about you, they don't really trust you. So sometimes on the shadow side, they might have bad reputations from people who knew them in the past. So also, going back to some shadow-sided Leos being financially irresponsible, they might also have like a gambling habit or some sort of addiction that they deal with. Casinos seem to be a common theme. Leos like the lights, the energy, the drinks, you know, they love to be out there in the world and, you know, and feed their desire for luxury as well as socializing and all those things and being seen, especially at nice places. So yeah, it makes sense. If you're not careful, a shadow-sided Leo might have a serious gambling habit that they struggle with throughout their life, honestly. There's more things that we could say. I know you guys have a lot to share with me. Please write that down in the comment section.